Both cars are called luxury. One is a rebadged economy car with leather seats. The other, they'll invent a paint color just for you. Level 1 brands charge premium prices for cars sharing 90% of parts with vehicles costing half as much. Level 4 flagships fund entire companies. In Level 7, one car sold for $28 million. 3 people are waiting for the next one. I've ranked every luxury car into 7 levels. At least one car you think is luxury isn't. Let's find out. Level 1, the badge jobs. These are luxury only because someone slapped a fancy logo on the hood. Underneath, the same economy car sold next door for thousands less. Level 1 is the automotive equivalent of putting a designer label on a t-shirt from Target. The badge is doing all the work because the car isn't. The Acura ILX from 2013 to 2022 was literally a Honda Civic. Same platform, same engine, same interior architecture. Acura added leather, a different grille, and charged a premium. A fully loaded Civic cost about $25,000. The ILX started at $26,000. You paid $1,000 for a badge. That's the value proposition. Used car market figured this out immediately. Depreciation was brutal because everyone knew the truth. When Acura finally killed it in 2022, nobody mourned. Even Acura seemed relieved. Infiniti has been stuck at level 1 for years. QX50 uses a front-wheel drive Nissan platform. That's genuine rebadge territory. Interior plastics don't match the price tag. Technology is years behind competitors. The brand identity became Nissan but leather. The original G35 and G37 were legitimate sports sedans that competed with BMW. Now, the brand is fading because the cars don't justify the premium. When your main selling point is it's cheaper than a BMW, you've lost the luxury argument. The Lincoln MKZ from 2013 to 2020 was a Ford Fusion in a tuxedo. Same platform, same powertrains, same fundamental bones. Lincoln added nicer materials, a different face, and a price that topped out over $60,000 fully loaded. $60,000 for a Ford Fusion. Everyone knew you could get 90% of the experience for $20,000 less. And it's still happening today. The Maserati Greco shares its platform with the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, a level 1 badge job hiding inside a brand people assume is level 4. Here's the test. If you can buy 90% of the same car at the mainstream dealer for significantly less, you're paying for a badge, not luxury. Level 2, the aspirational compromises. Entry-level luxury that delivers some premium experience with obvious cost-cutting. The gateway drugs of luxury. You get the badge, you get a taste, but there are clear compromises everywhere you look. The difference from level 1, these cars aren't pretending to be something they're not. They're honestly positioned as the entry point into the brand. The BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe is front-wheel drive. For BMW purists, that's sacrilege. The brand built its identity on rear-wheel drive dynamics. Interior materials are noticeably cheaper than the 3 Series and above. You can feel exactly where cost-cutting happened. But here's the thing, BMW isn't lying to you. They're not claiming this is the ultimate driving machine. It's your ticket into BMW ownership at a lower price point. You know exactly what you're getting. The Mercedes A-Class and CLA make a great first impression. That ambient lighting, that screen layout photographs beautifully for Instagram. Then you spend actual time inside and notice the hard plastics. Feel exactly where Mercedes saved money to hit the price point. It's a front-wheel drive platform shared across multiple brands. It's the I Drive a Mercedes starter pack. And that's fine, as long as everyone understands what they're buying. The Audi A3 is nice enough, but it's clearly the baby Audi. Tight back seat, compromised trunk space, less refinement than the A4 and everything above it. It's an Audi, technically, just the smallest possible version of one. What separates level 2 from level 1? These cars are on dedicated or significantly upgraded platforms. The driving experience is improved. The badge isn't the only thing you're paying for. Level 2 is honest about what it is, your entry ticket. Just don't expect the full show. Level 3, the genuine article. This is where luxury gets real. Properly executed cars that deliver what the badge promises. Genuine premium materials, thoughtful engineering, an experience that justifies the price, even if you're not at flagship level. Level 3 is where the excuses stop and the excellence begins. The BMW 3 Series and 5 Series are level 3 done right. Rear-wheel drive platforms designed specifically for driving dynamics. Interior quality that matches the price tag. Engineering that rewards the driver at every turn. This is what BMW is supposed to be, not front-wheel drive compromises, but the real thing that built the brand's reputation. The Mercedes E-Class is the heart of Mercedes' lineup for a reason. Genuinely refined rye. The quality that isolates you from the road. Interior that feels expensive because it is expensive. Technology that works seamlessly rather than just existing as a checkbox on a feature list. This is Mercedes at its core, doing luxury properly. Lexus has been doing level 3 longer than almost anyone. The ease is boring, and that's the highest compliment I can give. Boring means nothing breaks. Boring means nothing rattles. Boring means this car will be flawless at 200,000 miles, while its German competitors are on their third transmission and second infotainment system. Genesis is the disruptor that's actually disrupting. Dedicated rear-wheel drive platforms designed specifically for Genesis, not rebadged Hyundais with leather seats. They hired Albert Biermann from BMW M and Luke Donkerwalk from Bentley. Didn't copy the playbook, hired the people who wrote it. Interior quality embarrasses Germans, costing $20,000 more. The 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty screams confidence. What Lexus did to the Germans in the 1990s, Genesis is doing now, forcing the established players to justify their prices. Level 4, the Flagships. The best each mainstream luxury brand offers. The culmination of everything they've learned, concentrated into one model. These are the cars that fund the development of everything else in the lineup. They have to be excellent because there's nowhere left to hide. This is $100,000 to $200,000 territory, where excellence is the minimum expectation. The BMW 7 Series went all in on rear passenger experience. 31-inch theater screen that transforms the back seat into a private cinema. Executive lounge seating with massage functions that actually work. Gesture controls that let you command the car with a wave. Everything BMW knows about technology, comfort, and presence, concentrated into one sedan. BMW positioned this directly at buyers who want to be chauffeured in maximum comfort. The Mercedes S-Class has been called the best car in the world for decades. Not the fastest, not the sportiest, simply the best. Technology that eventually trickles down to the entire industry starts here first. Innovations debut in the S-Class before appearing anywhere else. At around $120,000, the S-Class competes with alternatives costing $250,000 and often wins that comparison handily. The Lexus LS takes Japanese craftsmanship philosophy to its logical conclusion. Carico glass interior accents, traditional Japanese cut glasswork applied to a car interior, hand-pleated door panels that take hours to create by master craftspeople. These details are only available in the executive package, which adds $23,000 just for interior touches. Reliability that German flagships simply cannot match no matter how hard they try. Range Rover defined the luxury SUV category. Before Range Rover proved it could be done, luxury SUV was a contradiction in terms. They were doing quiet luxury before quiet luxury became a TikTok trend. The Porsche Panamera proves luxury and performance aren't mutually exclusive. Track day in the morning, business dinner at night. 4 doors, no compromises. Level 5, the ultra luxury. Where mainstream luxury ends and true ultra luxury begins. These aren't just better versions of normal cars. They're fundamentally different propositions altogether. At level 5, you stop comparing cars to other cars and start comparing them to private jets and superyachts. The reference point changes completely. The Mercedes Maybach S-Class transforms the standard S-Class into something else entirely. Executive rear seats that massage, recline, and cocoon you from the outside world. Champagne coolers integrated into the center console. Perfume atomizers that scent the cabin on command. This is the S-Class for people who think the regular S-Class is merely the base model, the starting point. The Bentley Flying Spur combines absurd power with handcrafted luxury in ways that shouldn't be possible. The new ultra-performance hybrid V8 makes 771 horsepower while being more efficient than its predecessor. 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds, in a full-size luxury sedan weighing over 5,000 pounds. Each seat takes exactly 148,199 stitches to complete. This is grand touring perfection for crossing continents in absolute comfort with power to spare. The Bentley Continental GT's rotating center display is engineering poetry. It cycles between a 12.3-inch touchscreen, classic analog gauges, or a clean wood veneer panel. Touch a button and it literally hides all technology when you want serenity instead of screens. Crown-cut walnut, koa wood from sustainable sources. Materials finished to jewelry standards by craftspeople who have spent decades perfecting their art. The Rolls-Royce Ghost is the entry rolls at $350,000.
Entry level, $350,000.
Oh, DD, oh, what it is?
$350,000.
But even the Ghost delivers what only Rolls-Royce can, the sensation they call waft, floating, isolated, effortless motion that no other manufacturer has successfully replicated despite decades of trying. At level 5, luxury stops being a marketing term. It becomes a description of reality. Level 6, the monuments. Cars that exist to prove what's possible when cost becomes completely irrelevant. Bespoke creations where every single detail is considered, and most are customized to the owner's exact specifications. Production measured in weeks per vehicle, not units per day. You don't buy a level 6 car. You commission it. This is $500,000 to $1 million territory with waiting lists measured in years, not months. The Rolls-Royce Phantom is the definitive Level 6 automobile, starting price over $500,000 before any customization begins. And everyone customizes because that's the entire point of owning a Phantom. Every single Phantom takes 800 or more hours of handcraftsmanship to complete. Individual craftspeople know your name. The Starlight headliner contains over 1,600 fiber optic lights arranged to replicate actual constellations or any celestial configuration you request. Your child's birth sky, the night you proposed, whatever moment matters most to you, frozen in light above your head. Each headliner takes hours to install by hand, fiber by fiber. The gallery is a glass-enclosed dashboard section designed to display custom artwork, sculptures, or specially commissioned pieces. 287 pounds of acoustic insulation creates near-total silence at highway speed. 44,000 interior color combinations available, and if those aren't enough, they will create a paint color that doesn't exist if you want one. The only limit is imagination and budget. The Rolls-Royce Cullinan brings Phantom philosophy to an SUV body. Twin-turbo V12 power, rear-hinged coach doors that make every entrance an event. The optional viewing suite deploys leather seats from the tailgate for spectating at polo matches or wherever else you choose to park. The Rolls-Royce Spectre proves electric and ultra-luxury aren't compromises. 577 horsepower from electric motors. The whisper-quiet Rolls-Royce is famous for becomes actual complete silence. Level 6 cars aren't manufactured, they're commissioned. Like architecture or fine art, each begins with a conversation. Level 7, the legends. Level 7 isn't about luxury anymore. That word becomes inadequate. This is about creating something that has never existed before and will never exist again. One-of-one automobiles taking years to design and build. Prices that exist only because someone agreed to pay them. Cars that aren't products, they're legacies. The Rolls-Royce Boattail costs $28 million. A Hong Kong collector commissioned it to match his J-Class racing yacht and private jet. Same design language, same materials. A unified aesthetic across sea, air, and land. The rear deck opens like a yacht, parasol, champagne cooler, custom china for entertaining. 4 years of development. Only 3 boat tails will ever exist. The Rolls-Royce Sweptail was $13 million when delivered, the most expensive new car ever sold at that time. One car, one customer. Inspired by 1920s coach-built Rolls-Royces and the owner's passion for classic yachts. The panoramic glass roof is the largest ever fitted to any automobile. Not bespoke, singular, a category of one. The Rolls-Royce La Rose Noire Droptail. Experts estimate over $30 million. Years of collaboration between owner and designers working as equals. A red and black theme through every detail. The center console is red carbon fiber, a material created specifically for this car. $30 million because someone wanted it to exist. Bugatti's La Voiture Noire, $18.7 million. A tribute to the legendary lost Type 57 SC Atlantic, one of the most valuable cars ever built, which disappeared during World War II. Unable to locate the original, Bugatti built the next best thing, a love letter to automotive history. Level 7 answers a question most people never ask. What happens when the only limit is imagination? That's the 7 levels of luxury cars, from entry-level premium sedans to the most expensive cars in the world. Here's the truth: Level 3 luxury cars like the Genesis G80, BMW 5 Series, and Mercedes E-Class deliver 90% of the luxury experience at 30% of the cost. Rolls-Royce and Bentley are dreams. German luxury sedans and Korean luxury vehicles are reality for most buyers. Which luxury car brand ranking made you angriest? Drop it below.